But, you know, it's a beautiful thing. Eh? The bad guys, the good guys. That's what you want. Okay. I'm sorry this line perhaps is not perfectly readable, but as you know, these documents are yours, so you can look at them. Now, what is the state of the art at this point of the presentation? There is a great recession. There's no bloody way you can convince nobody in the world, least of all Angela Merkel, that is going to be short. Because when I said so 3 years ago, nobody listened. Now Angela Merkel pops up, she sends a video to the Bundestag or whatever, I can't remember exactly where, and she says, fellas, 10 years before we see the rates of growth we were accustomed to. Professor, journalists go, Professor, did you hear what Angela Merkel said? No, I work, I don't have the time to listen to what Well, she said it's going to take 10 years. I know it, tell me something new. Because am I intelligent? Am I intelligent? Of course not. I'm not more than the average of you. Right? Of course not. What I say, what I do, is I don't believe it. Somebody tells me there is a Greek crisis. 2 years ago, end of October 2009. And I look at this story and say, crisis? The Greeks? I mean, rating agencies are downgrading the Greek government. After 7 days, it is in power. After 7 days, I don't know. How are people in Taiwan? Everybody well? Your family, everybody well? Good. That's a serious question. I'm not trying to be funny. You know, I care about the health of your parents. I mean, I don't know whether you've finished paying your tuition yet. Well, I wish them all the best in the world, you know. So the bad guys, the good guys. The saviors. Sarkozy. Merkel. The good guys. The minority Dutch government. Anti-European minority Dutch government. Unbelievable. These are the good guys. And the bad guys, short ones, dark ones with a moustache. Same, right? Spanish, Portuguese, Greeks. The Irish, those are drunkards. Bad people. Near as bad as Latins. This is a beautiful job my kids have done for you. Please use these things. We didn't have the time to put them on the KMS yet because we finished a few minutes ago. But look at the way it's done. It's nice, huh? October to December of 2009, the Greek sovereign debt rating is cut by Fitch first, then by Standard & Poor's, and then by Moody's. Nice, huh? One of them goes ahead first. Of course. Then another one comes. And then the third one comes. With nice distinguo. Yeah, well, you know, we downgrade your debt, but we don't downgrade the outlook. We downgrade the outlook, but we don't downgrade the outlook. We downgrade both. So it starts with an attack on Greece. How big is Greece? Not even 2% of European GDP. What is so sinful about the Greeks? What have they done? And the answer is, they spent above their means. Really? Why don't you? Isn't spending above one's means the way the world works? The world works on credit, right? Here is a very nice industrial project. Needs financing. Here is a bank which has been collecting savings from people who have savings but have no ideas. And here is a person who has ideas but not enough capital, so he borrows. Oh! Sinner! You will go to hell. I'm sure you don't like it. It's a beautiful place. I told you a joke about heaven, haven't I?
Yes.
You remember?
Yeah, yeah.
So you must be Catholic. Now, why is it bad? Why? Even Professor Monti, I heard him this morning at 7:30 on the radio. He was attacking France and Germany because in 2003 they had asked the permission from the Commission to spend more than the treaty said it would be possible. And he said it is very difficult to distinguish between those who are perfectly sinless. Such a word exists in English? Sinless? You know, I'm not very well versed in religious things. And those who are terrible sinners. Yes, you know, life, truth is always a bit in between. Okay, so I can see those of you who have seen my takes. I mean, her takes. Francesca has been so kind. No, you were not here at the time yet, shooting these movies. But go on YouTube and see what I was filming in December 2009, 2 years ago. And I was doing this. I remember even my movement. I was saying, well, now it's Greece, and then it will be somebody else, possibly Spain, possibly Portugal, and then it will be Greece, Portugal, Spain, Greece, Portugal, Spain, Ireland. Professor, is it possible that one day it will be Italy? Yes, man. Even Germany. There I got scared. I must admit, you know, at one point I didn't have the courage to say, of course you idiot. You know, I mean, when everybody else is saying no, saying see becomes a bit difficult. So I was a bit hesitant there. The rating chronology. This is Fitch. Sometimes the leader, sometimes the follower. Doesn't matter. Data collected on 21st of November. Look at the beauty of it. I mean, these three countries are identical. Look at the path. You know, it's like me and my brother. When I was 11, it was 4. When I was 21, it was 14. When I was 127, it would be 120. Parallel, perfectly parallel. These countries are deteriorating all at the same time and all in the same way. Do you believe in it? Well, yeah, I know they're poor, I know they're pigs, I know they're dark, and I know they wear a mustache. But so alike to each other? Oh my God, I don't believe it. Look at this beautiful graph. The chronology of the attack again. Look, we give them the dates, the data. Look at it. What is this curve? What is it? Come on, tell me, what is it? What is it? Can't hear you.
Spread point for the 10-year. The basic point spread between the
spread! It is the spread! People are spreading a lot over here. Beautiful, we have basis points now, no longer percentage points. Beautiful thing, beautiful. So you have this chronology, and this chronology will help you finally see some important things. Let me point to Italy. Look at what's happening. Look at the spread. What happens to the spread of Italian treasury bills versus Germany's when the European Central Bank starts buying treasury bills? What happens when the policymakers step into the arena and say, hey, relax, I'm the central bank. I'm going to be the lender of last resort. I'm going to buy treasury bills. The speculation slows down immediately. They're afraid. That's not so abnormal, is it? What is abnormal about it? A central bank that acts as the lender of last resort is a strange thing? No. In the nation state following Westphalia, that's exactly what the central banks were doing, right? Lenders of last resort. And we were talking in that instance of sovereign debt, which ain't sovereign anymore because the central bank no longer stands as a lender of last resort. You know, Mr. Draghi keeps saying that he will not buy indefinite amounts of treasury bills, and certainly not forever. And as soon as he says that, imagine what? The spread shoots up. You're not doing your job, man. You're not doing it. Perhaps it is Angela Merkel who says, no, you shouldn't. Perhaps it is the Bundesbank, somebody say. I'm saying, I'm not interested in individual responsibilities at the individual. I'm interested in culture. I have to defeat a culture which is the culture of balanced budgets. For 80 years, any parent could imagine that their sons and their daughters would live better than what they were doing. Can you say that today? No. Don't dare have a child at this moment. I will kill you if you do. I'm joking, of course. But that's a concern, right? It is a concern. When you grow at minus 0.6% a year, then roughly in 45 years, your son will have a wage or a standard of living that will be 1/2 of yours. Now, that's hell. But the current religion says government should not spend. You don't believe me, right? You're a bunch of miscreants. That's him. Jean-Claude Trichet. What does he say? Read it for me, somebody. Read it for me, son.
As regards the economy, the idea that austerity measures could trigger stagnation is incorrect.
Can you hear that? Austerity measures do not trigger stagnation. That's Mr. Trichet, President of the Central Bank. We're saying that, oh look, come on, everything we have been thinking about over the last 8 years was wrong. It was a dream. Theory is wrong. Here is the great theoretician who should mind his goddamn central bank and not minding government's businesses. It comes up and says, it is wrong, the Keynesian idea is wrong. Please proceed.
Everything that helps to increase the confidence of households?
The confidence in households, not their income. Confidence. Why don't we put some loudspeakers on cars and we go around here, around the school, and we say, hey you, relax, fellas, come on, life is good. Life is good, look at the sun shining. Have confidence in life. What are consumers going to tell you? Screw you, I'm saving. Because my neighbor had lost his job. So I save. For myself, for my children, for my grandmother, and so on and so forth. Again, Sandra.
Firms and investors in the sustainability of public finance is good for the consumer.
Ah, in the sustainability of public finance. Meaning what? I find this most terrifying. If I give this man confidence in the sustainability of public finance, he will go out for an ice cream. And possibly even for a dinner. Sure, and he will double his plant, right? Oh, sure, of course. Because you have confidence. It is a bad dream. This is called Recession. So what we are saying from the head of the European Central Bank is that it's not going to work for you. to get out of the recession. Governments should. Somebody else should.